having a big gay identity crisis and I'm reaching out for genuine help. Dude, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, dude. Okay? Ridiculous. Like, it's fucking... What do you mean? In front of 30,000 people? Like, are you nuts, dude? Just be gay, do crimes, okay? Oh, before we get down to Texas, sorry. Let's talk about the Netflix and Amazon film crew exposing the conditions on set. One of the chatters actually made this for More Perfect Union. I'm a fan of this.
A promotion with The Rock, you know, last Friday for Netflix, for biggest movie that Netflix has ever done. And because of The Rock's schedule, we were like, oh, well, we're just gonna work through lunch. We'll just work through lunch more and more and more. And that's the big thing. Like now, at this point, especially post-pandemic, we're working through lunch constantly.
Bro, imagine being like, yo, we need a fucking mandated, like we need like a fucking designated lunch break, dude. People are always like, why do we need unions? It's like promotes fucking lazy behavior. It's like, dude, you know what people need? Lunch, motherfucker. Okay? There would be no necessity for collective bargaining if people actually were like normal humans and capitalism hadn't fucking rotted their brains to the degree where it's like, no, the profit motive takes over and it's significantly more important than lunch breaks. It's like, what the fuck, dude? What if you're hungry, dog? What is that? That's a basic fucking necessity. Can you imagine? 68,000 motherfuckers have to get together and be like, we're no longer working. Why? Because they want lunch breaks. And then we look at the system because every part of this fucking system is so tilted and so aligned with the interests of capital. Bruh. And everyone thinks that they're like little fucking small business tyrants themselves or will be one day, that they literally are just like, actually, you know, I don't know, like, why do we need unions? It's like, bro, they literally need it so they can even get lunch, dude. Okay? That's how fucked up this shit is.
I did a show this year that was $12 million an episode for a company where the CEO just went to space. And we were working 16-hour days and we were scheduled not to have any lunches for a 6-month show. That's reality.
So there is something in Hollywood called the line. Below the line are all the people who are the technicians, your makeup artists, your costumers, your hair artists, your sound people, your camera people, your grips, your electric, your crafty, your catering. They're all below the line members. And that means that they get a significantly lower pay scale. That doesn't compare to, say, the above the line individuals who often start in the hundreds of dollars an hour or are salaried for millions of dollars for a project.
We've had multiple people get in car accidents and some have died in car crashes on the way home from being overworked and not getting enough sleep because the turnaround times are so quick. That's more dangerous than when we're doing explosions on set or filming on top of buildings or filming underwater or on boats or doing helicopter stunts, you know. It's more dangerous that we don't ever break and that we have to drive home at the end of the day.
We take one break at 6 hours on the contracts that our unions negotiated long ago. They're trying not to actually have us break, because for them, if they don't break us for lunch, they pay a meal penalty. Those meal penalties have...
Oh, this is the beautiful part about this. And I can't believe I forgot to mention this. Meal penalties are such a fucking gentle little fucking tap on the wrist. It's not even a slap on the wrist. It's like, no lunch here. We'll just pay off the meal penalty. Who gives a shit? And it's nothing.
Haven't been updated since the mid-'80s. So for them, it's pennies. They can make us work.
That's the problem with not having a government that actually fucking gives a single shred of a fuck about the working class. For the price of a fucking Starbucks Frappuccino per worker, you could just get them to keep working through lunch.
10 hours, 11 hours straight and pay 4 to 5 meal penalties, but it doesn't affect them at the end of the day when it's Amazon and the show has a $300 million budget.
So we'll work 16, 17 hours straight without breaking. You know, we work what's called a Fraturday, which is when you go into work at 2 p.m. on a Friday and then you work until on a Saturday morning.
And I'm usually the first and last to work. And it's happened where I just, without telling anybody, I fell asleep on the fitting room couch.
You have people like your camera operators, or boom operators, or script coordinators, who they have to be stuck in the room while you're filming. So they would actually never get a chance to walk away to eat their food or drink water, or have a bathroom break. And those are things that we just can't stand for.
The contracts originally were made back in 2013, so they're like outdated at a time when streaming services weren't as profitable as they are now. I mean, when they did the contracts, Netflix was still fucking mailing DVDs, you know what I mean? So they like had no idea it was going to get to this point. And the ultimate contracts that they fucking did also said like these are going to be renegotiated once the companies are profitable. But of course, if you're a capital owner, you're gonna always be like, we're just kidding. We're not actually profitable. Like, why the fuck would we do that? Come on. Don't be crazy. Don't be silly now. Don't be a silly Billy now. Fuck it, dude. Why would we? I mean, come on. Just don't ask for more. Come on. Why are you doing this? Anyway, just like the contract I negotiated with Amazon to run a top of the hour ad break at the top of every hour. I gotta pee.
When the streaming services first decided to start making their own content, Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, they were considered new on the scene. So they fought for a contract where they would have to spend less money on crew in order to have a new media production. At this point, all of those companies are the biggest players in the game. They are the biggest studios. They have plenty of money to be able to spend on budgets that are massive enough to afford whatever they want.
We see the big companies producing big budget projects, and we know that they're popular, they're selling, and people are watching it, but our crew who's working on those projects are getting paid like $5 to nearly $10 less an hour just because it's new media. Once we shut down, very skilled, talented workers are going to exit the workforce, and you're not going to be able to make these shows.
I'm prepared to strike because in the years I've been out here, I've only seen the conditions on set grow worse.
In the past, I've worked on a lot of superhero movies, and what I would like to tell everybody about these superhero movies is everyone behind the camera are often the real superheroes.
We're ready to strike to fight for a safer working condition and fair wage and just the longevity of our careers. We love what we do and we want to keep doing it but not hurt ourselves and have to exit the workforce early because of it.